Hi, I'm Nikki Giesking, and along with my daughter Sabrina Borum, we are the Hamilton County 4-H Fine Arts Leaders. I am a retired art teacher, and she is a current art teacher, so hopefully we're qualified. I'm going to go through really quickly some ideas or some thoughts on the project this year. First of all, I'm just going to go through the requirements so that we're all on the same page. They're coming straight out of the handbook. I'm reading them verbatim, and I need to make this quick because I can only do 15 minutes on YouTube. Did not know that. Let me know what you think about doing this workshop in this way, if it helps everybody with their time. So, fine arts, this is 2 entries are chosen for the state fair. That just means that people, when the judges are finished judging, they get together, they pick 2 out of all the champions and grand champions. They choose 2 artworks to go to the state fair. So, oil, charcoal, pastels, pencil, ink, acrylic, watercolor, or similar artistic work can be displayed on canvas, canvas board, or paper. All work must be framed as a picture and prepared for hanging. Canvas art on a wooden frame is considered prepared for hanging, provided that the frame has a hanger. I'm going to go over that in detail in just a little bit. Please indicate on the craft card the medium used to create the artwork. This is super duper important because this is closed judging. The judges do not have any idea how you did your artwork. You're not there to explain it to them. So please, in as much detail as possible, include how you made your artwork, and including what medium you use. So what is medium in art? It means the tools that you use to make the art. So did you use charcoal? Did you use acrylic? Did you use a watercolor and then you went over it with a Sharpie marker to outline it? That has to be written in there, and then the judge can tell way more about the artwork than they just assume otherwise, and that's not a good thing. Appropriate and ready for hanging is super duper important. I'm going to go over that. For safety purposes, any craft exhibit that resembles a knife, a sword, or look-alike weapon will be judged, but will not be displayed. Also goes for guns, alcohol, drugs, things like that. No unfinished arts and crafts projects will be exhibited. All exhibits must be ready for use. Your records must be complete for the project to be judged. So that means that your 4-H club leader had to turn into to the fair office that you are complete for the year and all of your records are complete. We do not take your craft, your basic craft sheet. We don't take that. That goes to your 4-H club leader. Only thing that you're going to bring to turn in when it's time is your artwork, ready to frame, ready to hang on a wire hanger, and with it your craft card that is completely filled out and your fair exhibit tag. So those are important things to note. We need to make sure that everyone understands the framing situation. So when it says that a canvas art on a wooden frame is ready for hanging, is artwork and it's ready for hanging, that just means you don't have to go out and buy a frame for it. So if you already purchased your canvas and you've done your artwork on it, and this is what this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying canvas on a stretched wooden frame. This can be your artwork. I mean, obviously this isn't because there's nothing on there, but you don't have to go buy a frame for it. This can be turned in like this with wire hangers on the back. So I'm going to tell you about that in just a minute. They need to be attached to the wood. The screw eyes need to go into the wood. The wire needs to go across it and securely tied or looped. We've had a lot of times when people bring in artwork and they just bring it like this, and it might or might not get knocked down a ribbon. I don't make the judge's mind up for them. So you can, to make your artwork even better, you can buy a frame. This is one from Hobby Lobby. I probably got it at 50% off. So it's just an open frame. The canvas fits right in there, obviously if it's the right size. And you can either staple it onto the back, making sure that your staple gun has long enough staples, and center it over this, and then put your screw eyes. Here's a little kit that you can buy at Hobby Lobby. Screw eyes in the frame, not in this. Put it in the frame. If you put it in this, all that's going to be hanging at the end of the fair is probably this, and you're going to have a broken frame laying on the ground. People do touch artwork, even though they're not supposed to. They get messed with. You really want to make sure that your artwork is secure so that when you it's on display at the fair, it doesn't fall apart and get broken. So that's that. Here is another example of just exactly that, an artwork that is on a canvas and with a frame. And then I just stapled with a staple gun. I don't know if you can see that right there, centered it over it. Or you can also tape it. And then screw eyes right here, wire hanger right here. Easy peasy, okay? Not too expensive. If you do go the route of just turning in the canvas with a hanger on it, please at least finish your edges. This is something that the judge will say, finish your edges, you know, paint the edges. If you're not going to put a frame on it, at least paint the edges. It could just be a solid color, something, tape off your painting, and make a nice edge on there. And so here's this one, and it's painted on the edge. So that's not a big deal, and it's also super economical. And just make sure that you're putting your screw eyes and your wire hanger on there. Now, a lot of people have asked me the question of, do you have to have a mat? An oil painting does not have to have a mat or glass, and you shouldn't put it under a mat and glass. It should be left open to breathe. Oil paint is kind of alive, they say, so you want it to be able to breathe. And so any other kind of painting, like watercolor, acrylic, charcoal, pastels, anything like that, you do need to put it under glass to protect your artwork, and it must have a mat between the glass and your artwork. The mat lifts the glass off of your artwork and creates a barrier between the glass and your artwork so that your painting doesn't get damaged by acid in the glass. Okay, so a big confusing thing, I know. So here is a painting. Whoopsies. It's a poster, actually. It's not a painting, and I didn't do it, so don't say, ooh, look at how good she is. This is, again, probably a frame that I bought at Hobby Lobby, and this is a mat. So it's just a regular mat board, and I believe if you take it to the people at Hobby Lobby and you say, can you cut this for me? They will do it for you while you wait. So you can buy your frame with your glass, have them cut your mat to size, make sure you know the exact size. You could even take your artwork in there and they'll help you. Very, very helpful people at Hobby Lobby. And then on the back, look at this. It comes with these already because it has a back on it. And then I just taped it for reinforcements. And then I put those screw eyes right there. Put my wire picture hanger string there. And it is ready to go. This is ready to hang. This is ready to use. This is ready to go in your house. That means it is okay and it's super for the 4-H fair. This is a picture who is on poster, and it does not have a mat. The judge is going to say you need to have a mat. It's not a requirement. It doesn't say that in the requirements, but you need to have a mat between your glass and your artwork. Okay. However, the back of this is a great thing that some frames are coming with now. These D-ring hangers. So this is totally awesome. They're already on there, and you can just take some wire, picture wire, string it across there, and it is ready to hang. Yay! Okay, I'm going to go through some questions that I have had from some people in emails, and then I think we have covered our workshop. I think I only have about 5 minutes left on the YouTube. So, a question. Some people say, is it okay to use a painting, another painting, or a picture for reference? Yes, totally okay. Please tell us what painting it was or who the artist was on your craft card. Fill out that information in as much detail as possible. Please tell us. Otherwise, you're not really, you're kind of like writing a paper and not citing your references. You need to do that. It's totally fine to use someone else's artwork for a reference, but you need to give them the credit. So that's one thing that I've had a question on. Another thing is, somebody did a painting out of acrylic paint and then they drew an outline with a black Sharpie. That goes into mixed media. We get a lot of that question. So that's a mixed media. Oh, another thing, some people have a question about digital art because that is a huge thing right now. I know you are using your iPads for drawing. That's gonna go into basic craft. That is not a fine art. Fine arts are when you are actually taking the pencil, the paintbrush, whatever it is, and you are making that mark with your hand. If you do it on the digital iPad and then print it off, that's the printer basically doing the artwork, and that's the way it's looked at. So that will go into basic craft, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just right now, fine arts does not include digital art. So also, one more thing. I'm just making sure that I'm covering some of the questions that we have had. Please make sure that you take when you're done getting your artwork ready to go to the fair, hang it on your wall for a while. Make sure that it's nice and sturdy. Maybe even pull on it a tiny bit just to make sure that it is sturdy. People will touch it during the fair. The hangers that we use are not incredibly strong and durable, so you need to make sure that your artwork is going to last through the fair and protect it. So any other questions, please don't hesitate to contact myself or Sabrina. And I believe our emails are on the email that you would have gotten from us last week. Hopefully this format works for all of you. And if you have any comments or questions or anything like that, please don't hesitate. Always remember that the Blue Ribbon 4-H'er is better than the Blue Ribbon Project. So have a positive attitude. Your artwork is super because you did it. That's amazing. And I just want you to know that one judge's opinion of your artwork does not tell the value of you as a person and as a 4-H'er. So let us know what you think and get your stuff done. 3 weeks from yesterday is turn-in time. So 3 weeks from today is judging day, and it is, again, closed judging. So it's really, really, really important to put your medium on your art craft card and your information, as much as information as possible, so that we don't have to question. And once again, I am not the judge, neither is Sabrina. We are the leaders. We bring in judges from other counties, and they are the ones that have the final decisions, and we do not sway them, and we do not tell them how to say one thing or another. So we try to help them and make them be positive, but it doesn't always come out that way. So please remember that one judge's whatever they say is not a reflection of you. Okay? Hope you have a great day, and I hope that we will see you in a couple weeks. Take care.